We finally know who the New York Knicks are going to play in the first round of this year's playoffs. That is the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers just beat the Heat in the play-in game, and they move on to face the New York Knicks on Saturday in Madison Square Garden. Game 1 is going to be crazy. All right, so Knicks, Philly. Look, in this video, I'm going to give my take on everything. Look, the Knicks were 3-1 against Philly this year, but as we all know, the regular season is a totally different season. It's pretty much another season than the playoffs. Like, the playoffs are an unknown season in their own right? So 3-1, and when you really look at the matchups, they're really 1-0. Right? Because they're 1-0 with Philly playing Embiid, right? Embiid was hurt for 3 of those games. So we all know that game in January when the New York Knicks went to Philadelphia and absolutely blew the doors off of them. Now, different teams, right? Julius Randle is no longer with the New York Knicks, even though in that game he only had 8 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 111 from the field. OG Anunoby had a good impact in that game, guarding Maxey for the majority of that game. But honestly, guys, we can't really take anything from that matchup. Like, it's the playoffs are a different animal. Look, let's start on the 76ers side, then we'll work our way to the New York Knicks side, and then I'll ultimately give my prediction on this series. Now, obviously, we all know the 76ers are led by they're a two-headed snake, right? It's Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. Guys, Joel Embiid is coming back, came back from his meniscus injury, and he really hasn't looked like the same Joel Embiid. Now, I know what you're going to say. The numbers are still amazing. He's still putting up great numbers. But you can tell he's not fully healthy out there. But he's still a dominant presence, MVP type caliber player. And then you pair that with Maxey. Their pick and roll game is absolutely lethal. Now, Embiid is shooting more, right? Since that knee injury, he's shooting more. He loves to pick and pop. Loves to shoot threes, and he's making them. He's a great three-point shooter. He's a great mid-range jump shot shooter. Look, the Knicks have some bodies to throw at him. Obviously, Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson. But look, those are the main guys on the Philadelphia 76ers, Maxey and Embiid. Then you have Oubre. Then you have their core, right? Then you have the guys complementing them really well, actually. Oubre, Tobias Harris, Batum. Then you have Mo Bamba coming in off the bench, Kyle Lowry. Do not forget about Buddy Hield. He is a sniper. He is a big part of what the Philadelphia 76ers do. He's a great three-point shooter. He can get hot in a blink of an eye. He's sort of like their Dante DiVincenzo. Buddy Hield, highly touted three-point shooter that, every team wanted at the trading deadline. So they also have him. So he really complements Embiid and Maxey really well. Do I think the Knicks are more of a complete team than the Philadelphia 76ers? Yeah, I do. And that's not me being biased. I just feel like we match up well with the Philadelphia 76ers, But the one you got to watch is Oubre. They're probably going to throw Oubre at Jalen Brunson majority of the games, pick him up full court. They're probably going to try to make Jalen Brunson's life a living hell. And they're probably going to try to make anyone else beat them. That's probably going to be their game plan. But now the New York Knicks have guys that can shoot the lights out. Obviously, with our starting 5, Dante, and you have OG now, and Bogdanovich off the bench, and Deuce McBride. So we got shooters, we got makers to combat that, right? Tobias Harris on their side. Look, the 76ers fans don't mess with Tobias Harris. This guy, they want him gone. He's in the last year of his deal. They want him gone. He's probably not going to be a Sixer at the end of the year, but he's a Sixer now. But Tobias Harris can blow up in any given game. He can get hot too. He's not that great of a player, but if he's open, he can make his threes. But I'm not coming into the series worried about Tobias Harris. Setting aside Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, the guys that I would be worried about if I was a Knicks is Kelly Oubre, and I would be worried about the veteran presence of Kyle Lowry. We all saw Kyle Lowry versus the Knicks last year when he was on the Heat, and just the little things that he knows how to he knows how to change, momentums in the playoff games. He knows how to dupe the refs. He's just that prototypical veteran playoff dude that every team would like on their team. Is he kind of on the back nine of his career? Yeah, but he's still going to be out there making an impact. He is. That's a given. And really, Mo Bamba has really played well for them. And, Batum is our right player. They have the thing about the Sixers is, other than Maxey, even though Maxey is pretty big for his position, they're pretty lengthy. you know, they're gonna throw a lot at Jalen Brunson. Oubre's gonna guard him. Tobias Harris is what, 6'8", 6'9". Batum is big, and Joel Embiid is a monster. He's what, 7'2", 250. So that's the Sixers side, right? Embiid, health still up in the air. Still have to worry about his health. Maxey, I feel like we can shut off. I feel like Maxey and Brunson will kind of not cancel each other out. I think obviously Brunson is a better player, but Maxey's gonna score. He's gonna try to get to the free throw line, which he does really well actually. And Embiid, like, if the Knicks can contain one of those two, I feel like this is a good chance for us to advance. So that's the Sixers side. The Knicks side, look, obviously we know our guys, right? We got JB leading the ship, Dante back there, OG Anunoby, a healthy OG Anunoby, Isaiah Hartenstein, Josh Hart, and then the guys coming off the bench, Mitchell Robinson, who's healthy. And then you got Deuce McBride, and then you got Bojan Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic has been really playing well. I think in this series, in my personal opinion, I think the X factor would be Deuce McBride. I think the Knicks are going to throw a lot of Deuce McBride at Tyrese Maxey. He's going to try to make his life a living hell. And look, we all know Deuce is a great defender, but I think the X factor, in my opinion, is Deuce McBride. Let me know in the comments below, who do you think the X factor is in this series? Deuce McBride, somebody. Who do you think that needs to step up for the New York Knicks to win this series? But obviously, we know our team. If we're playing well, sharing the ball, JB starting to pass the ball really well, I feel like we got a shot. It's not going to be an easy series. It's going to be a tough series. It's going to be a dogfight. It starts soon. I cannot wait for this series. But yeah, the Knicks, man, I think you're rolling with the 8-man rotation. Obviously, we got the starting 5, and then you got, you know, the 3 guys off the bench. If Tom Thibodeau, let's say someone gets into foul trouble, you could throw in a Precious Achiuwa out there. He's a great defender. And then Alec Burks, not really in the rotation. I don't think he'll get some playoff minutes, but he's still sitting on the bench waiting for his opportunity. Both of the teams are slow paced, so I feel like it's not going to be high scoring games. I feel like there's some games that are probably going to be 95, 99. I really do feel that way because these teams, 76ers pace is on the slower side. Knicks pace is on the slower side. One of the slowest teams in the NBA. I think they're the slowest team in the NBA. But that's playing to the Knicks' advantage, right? Knicks love to slow down the ball. They love to work within their offense. Obviously, when we're pushing the pace, we do it great. We got good fast breaks finishers and OG Anunoby and Josh Hart. So ultimately, it's going to be a battle, guys. I mean, it's going to be a battle. It's not going to be easy. My prediction, here it is. My final prediction in this series is I feel like the New York Knicks are going to take it in 6 games. We're going down to Philly. We're going to close it out. We're going to advance. Let's go. Let me know in the comments below your predictions. Smash the comments. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I know some of you Philly fans are watching this saying, oh, another typical Knick fan. But hey, tip the ball up. We'll see what happens at the end of this series. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. Subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.